The CBC Pioneer class this week got into junior secondary school. So it means kama mtoto wako mkubwa kwa class 8, baada ya primary school, yule mdogo ameshaingia secondary. I don't know how the kids are taking it psychologically, but if you are to transition, of course, from my adult point of view, it was a necessary step to take. I don't think there's any other way we would have done it without interfering with the schedules of the students, of the learners. It is in the same week that one of the biggest pioneers and champions of CBC also passed on before he completely saw his work into fruition. May Professor Magoha rest in peace. I am hoping, as a prospective parent, I'm not a parent yet, I'm hoping as a prospective parent and a parent and a person who has nieces and nephews who are in the system, that this new CBC curriculum is going to take shape, because there are a lot of worries, a lot of teething problems that is coming along with it. One of them is that the norm is that if a child sits for a final exam, the expectation is that they change venue or they change location. But we are seeing a scenario where mtoto anafanya mtihani but haendi popote. They are maintaining the same environment with the old students that they used to go to school with and interact with. I do not know from the perspective of educators whether it is a moral killer. I do not want to speculate, but it seems like there's a possibility of it being a moral killer. That a child works so hard. Because kitambo, mtu akiingia high school, it was a big deal. You're changing friends, you're changing locations, you're changing schools, you're changing uniforms. Now, the only thing that is happening is you're changing curriculum and you're changing uniform. But you're most likely still going to be in the same environment as you were. And then, the people who are part of the old age for system who are now in class 8 are going to do their exams and leave you a high school student in a primary school setting while they move to a high school. You see how that can be a bit disturbing or difficult for a child to navigate. So I'm just hoping that CBC, after a few years, streamlines properly in a way that it becomes more functional. One of the teething problems that we're also seeing with CBC is the curriculum. Until very late, the government had not recruited enough teachers. The private sector has tried to catch up, create their own schools, junior secondary schools, to accommodate their students that are transitioning, or even some of the students that are coming in from public institutions. But of course, there's a shortfall. We do not have enough private schools to accommodate these students. So I hope, again, for the fourth time, that it is going to work out with very minimal interruptions to the children, to the learners. Because you're looking at new curriculum, that is already a new distraction. Teachers are already joining the system. Right now, we do not even have enough teachers already, so there might be some delays characterizing this transition. That is another problem that might affect learners. So I hope the government has in place ways of cushioning these children so that they are not affected, their studies are not extremely affected. But on a light note, on a happy note, I was glad to see that at least wamebadilishiwa uniform. It's a funny looking uniform. Because nile uniform tu ya primo vile ilikuwa tu rangi ni ile lakini sasa imegeuza imekuwa longi. Imegeuza ikakuwa longi, imegeuza in some cases ikakuwa skirt. It's no longer the usual short and tunic. I hope that is motivation enough for some of these children, something to look forward to. At least mtu akisema anaenda seko, ana feel ni kama anaenda seko. And well, it makes sense also to some extent, because if a child at 12 years old, because the average standard 6 child is at around 12 years old, they cannot share the same environment, the same learning environment, especially if it is a boarding school environment, with the children between the ages of 15, 16 to all the way to 18, which is the age that is mostly housed in secondary school. So it to some extent makes sense to have these children in primary school, or we could use all this money that is being stolen left, right, and center to build fresh institutions from the ground to host these people. Why not? What is so wrong about that? I don't see anything. So those are my 2 cents, my take. We wish the class all the best. as they transition, they make a very big leap into junior secondary school, and as a pioneer class, the pressure might be very high. So we want to wish them all the best as they continue with their studies.